Alright, let's try another one that looks fairly complicated. In this case, we have negative 6x squared plus 16x plus 32. Do you see that we have a common factor that needs to be factored out first, a GCF? Absolutely. In fact, each one of these is a multiple of 2. And because our first term here is a negative, and we really need it to be positive, let's go ahead and let's factor out the negative 2 before we do anything else. So negative 2 times 3x squared would give us the first term. Negative 2 times negative 8x would give us the second term. And negative 2 times negative 16 would give us the third term. Now, here again, since we've done some of these before, anytime we see, factor something out to begin with, we're just going to kind of ignore it for the time being and now focus in on the trinomial. We have 3 terms, trinomial. First coefficient is something other than 1, so that tells us we're going to do product sum. So we're going to have 3 times negative 16, which would be a negative 48. That negative says you're going to be subtracting numbers to get a negative 8. So keep that in mind. So factors of 48 would be 1 times 48. Those don't subtract to give you 8. 2 times 24. Those don't subtract to give you 8. 3 times 16. It's not there yet. 4 times 12. Aha! 4 times 12 would give you 48, especially if they were opposite signs, it would be negative. And 12 minus 4 is 8. Now let's make sure we get our sign correct, though. In order for the 8 to be negative, the 12 has to be negative and the 4 has to be positive. This is how we're going to rewrite our middle term. So we'll have 3x squared, and then instead of the minus 8x, let's write it as plus 4x minus 12x minus 16. Now we've got 4 terms, so we can factor by grouping. So in the first 2, we have a common x. If we pull that out, we have 3x plus 4 left over. Now, look at our signs here. They're going to be kind of messed up. We really need this to be 3x plus 4. So what times 3x would give us a negative 12x? That would have to be a negative 4. Now check it to make sure. Negative 4 times positive 4 is negative 16? Absolutely. So when we rewrite this, pulling out our common binomial factor of 3x plus 4, we're left with x minus 4. Now don't forget, we did factor something out to begin with, so we need to bring that down, continue that as a complete factor there.